Mystic Ascension, journeying to Hod. Hod is the Sephirah of knowledge and information. Hod reflects the higher ethical principles of the Kabbalah. It is the intellectual rather than mystical, and is the source of the civilizing forces of Malkuth. When a good soul is unable to perceive God, it remains a compassionate atheist rooted in Hod. This dimension is called the absolute or pure intelligence. Precision and logic are the essence of Hod. Meticulous detail and applied effort and all scholarly qualities are represented by the Sephirah. One of the symbols of Hod is the Kadus. Hod is the sphere of ritual magic. It is the Sephirah which magical talismans are constructed and consecrated in. Hod is the first stop for the quest for Hermetic wisdom. The musical note that will carry you to Hod is D sustained, and the fragrance that will get you there is eucalyptus and mint. The tarot correspondents are the 4 eights. You can invoke the following gods here: Thoth, Apollo, Hermes, Mercury, Mimir, Seshat, Brigid, Ogmos, Quetzalcoatl, Weng, Chang Wang, Confucius, Legba, Eligua, and Oranmila. In Hod we create the anima and the animus, the masculine and the feminine, to emerge with the best of both worlds. To journey to Hod, perform your exit rituals, learnt in part 1, Malkuth you are here. Then enter the temple of Malkuth with its black and white square tiled floor. Complete your purification ritual and supplication to Gaia, asking for permission to leave Malkuth. If you get her blessing, stamp your feet 10 times when you're ready to begin path working. Face the left-hand Hermetic door, on which is the symbol of the Kadus. Think on the journey to Hod and the path of perpetual intelligence. Grind your teeth and the door opens to an orange and yellow tunnel of flashing lights. You travel up this path as you go. The tarot card that corresponds with this path is the judgment card. As you think on this, you hear the blasting of Gabriel's trumpet in the background. As this happens, you meet the relevant god form, Elohim Tsabaoth, the god of hosts. It has golden wings raised and outstretched above its head, which is a blinding, overpowering brilliance. If this deity could be embodied, its limbs would be scarlet and the rest of its body a pulsar radiant blue, yellow, and green. Repeat the name Elohim Tsabaoth until you find rapport with this Atziluthic energy, and then request permission to enter the sphere or dimension. Say, Elohim Tsabaoth, God of hosts, grant me permission to enter and explore the dimension of Hod. If the god form stands aside, behind Elohim Tsabaoth is an orange door with a symbol that looks like a fork with teeth. It is the Hebrew letter Shin, meaning tooth, embossed above it. Go through the door of Shin when you are ready. On the other side, you step into the temple of Hod, which is fully walled and roofed. Its walls are covered with books of knowledge and information. On the right-hand side of these walls are 6 doors or exits. You recognize the orange door of Shin to Malkuth that you've just stepped through. The other doors lead to the neighboring Sephirah. They are the 23rd path called the Mem path leading to Chebarah. Above it hangs its silver symbol. Next to that is the 26th pathway door. It's called the Ayin door, and its symbol looks like the Jewish letter Ayin. It is the pathway to Tiferet. Adjacent to the pathway of Netzach is called the 27th pathway, and its path is called the Pear doors. On the next door, which is the path Yesod, is called the Resh path. And finally is another door with a series of Hebrew symbols on it. You intuitively know this to be the Yetziah door with its symbols. And this door is to enter Hod itself. Your feet are wet. You look down and see black fluid ebbing about them. The substance is not negative, but absolutely positive. It is the very receptive, and its conducive properties are palpable to you. You notice that you are barefoot and receive a message that all the priests and priestesses walk barefoot in Hod, while absorbing information through their feet as well as through their heads. Orange tallow candles burn here, reflecting their light in both the floor liquid as well as the roof, which appears to be made of shooting flames. Yellow-orange light fills the temple, and despite the relaxing nature of the candles, you feel mentally taut. In the center of the temple of Hod is an altar draped with a silver cloth, and beneath a giant caduce. Occasionally, lightning bolts shoot from the roof to the floor, each one gathering or dispelling something into the atmosphere, then adding its energy to the black mirror pool at your feet. So far, you've not been struck by a bolt, but you realize that if you did, it would be life-changing, as the flash of brilliant idea hits you. You look up, and standing at the altar is the Archangel Michael, also known as Michael. His name means like unto God. He represents the element of fire and is predominantly made of flame, orange fringed with blue. His body is strong and muscular and full of force. In his right hand he holds a flaming blue sword, and the scales of justice stand before him. Sometimes Michael is represented as the demon slayer. Fierce and mighty, he bears down on his foe with the force of wrath. He is the rescuer of innocence. His countenance is protective. He brings light of compassion and or higher understanding to the brutish realms of Malkuth. His name is pronounced Michael. Repeat it until you feel that you have gained rapport with this mighty force. Then say, Archangel Michael, he who is like unto God, please allow me passage to within the Sephirah, or dimension of intelligence. If he smiles upon you, introduce yourself to the angelic order who are called the Beni Elohim, who are also known as the sons of God. Their bodies are also composed of fire. Their slender force is framed by wings of emerald blue, their bodies aureoled by flame. The Beni Elohim have male faces but are predominantly female bodies. Though they are extremely powerful throughout, there is more strength in their upper bodies than their lower selves, which indicates their intellectual nature. These angels are supremely rational. They make you feel capable of interpreting even the most surreal of experiences while on your journey up in the tree of life. To continue, ask for their blessing. Say, Beni Elohim, angelic order, please guide and protect me on my journey here in Hod. When all these authorities have approved your entrance to Hod, you are ready to explore. Other gods that you can summon in Hod are Mercury, Anubis, Hermes, Freya, Hanuman, Legba, and Elegua. Sabel is the most, and most of her forms can be found in Hod, as are Sekhmet and Kali when roused. Seek out the only door of the 5 doors on the right that has a multitude of Hebrew symbols on it. You instinctively know this be the Yetzi door, and simply means exit. Knock on the exit door 8 times. It opens to reveal an orange light. You close your eyes as tiny balls of radiant light enter your brain through your third eye. The light spreads outwards, gradually encompassing your entire body. Despite this, you feel quite normal, almost even enlightened. As you contemplate Hod, you become aware of the seat of your intelligence, resting in your head, and you feel your intellectual capacities rising to the occasion. You open your eyes and envisage that you are in a walled town made of stone. The walls are strong and high, like those of an exclusive establishment. The stone bricks are surprisingly regular, very old and square. There is no traffic or bustle, just the turning of mind cogs in these halls of academia. Here you can almost smell the vellum of old manuscripts. You realize that it is a university town, and that with each spark of realization here, advancement comes in the evolution process. Inside this fortress seed of reading and learning, you instinctively sense that there is more to Hod than pure scholarship. There's more to its citizens' pursuits than just academia. What is their secret, you wonder? Enter the town and find out for yourself. Hod is dogmatic. You can see this even from the outside. To enter the town, you must first pass through a guarded gateway. An ordinary man in a smart uniform is waiting at the window of a porter's lodge. You ask to be admitted in the town of Hod, and the porter immediately declines you. Retreating, you wonder why. You contemplate until it dawns upon you that you are now in the world of androgyny. Maybe you need to take stock of your own presented form. Are you apparent as a glowing golden orb, or as a human, or as some form unspecified? What do you look like in the astral realms? You realize that you need to modify yourself, make changes to your light body in accordance with the subtler standards of the inner planes. So change how you appear to other entities. Change into an androgynite. Create for yourself a brilliant astral body of ambivalent gender. If you are a female in Malkuth, just imagine that you now inhabit a male body, And vice versa, if you're a male in Malkuth, just imagine yourself in a female body. Now use your will and return to the porter's gateway. To your surprise, you find that you don't even need to reapply for entry. The gateway simply melts away before you. As you wander through the town, you find yourself in a library, so you enter this portal of learning. It is crammed full of books, shelved so high that you cannot see the ceiling, although somehow you know that it is domed. The overriding color is pale yellow-orange, and the thick, though infested air smells slightly ferrous. On closer inspection, you notice that all the books are ordered into sections, arranged alphabetically within their categories. Apollonian learning and logic are the order of the day here. Hanging above the library is a bright golden plaque embossed with the motto, "As above, so below." Recall that you're not just here to admire and explore the scenery, but in an attempt to draw closer to the Godhead, and to channel some of its perpetual cosmic power into your life as well as those around you. You also recall that everything natural is an image of God, as its source is the divine dreaming itself into existence. These books are the records of our progress, and you realize that you're looking at the Akashic records. The Akashic records are an energy imprint of every action or thought in the cosmos, recorded for the Creator's purpose. The idea of so much truth compressed into one location excites you, and you long to gain access to some of the information contained therein. At stone tables, sitting on stone chairs, are the forms of many learned entities, who are barely distinguishable from one form to another, but for the degree of their radiance. Some are successful scholars and philosophers, known on earth in great ages past, or to be famed in ages to come. Others are temporary visitors, barely aware that they are even there, or entirely oblivious to their presence here, while they are currently alive at the moment, sitting in their desks, engrossed in thought, back at their desks in Malkuth. They are undergoing involuntary projections into Hod as their minds tap into the cosmic source of former intellect. And you, along with others, are celestial day trippers, popping into the Akashic records for a quick reference. On each table sits a yellow tallow candle, burning its orange radiance into the academic atmosphere. Sometimes something strange catches your eye. One of the brighter beings is tearing pages out of a book. You just have time to glimpse the thick black script on the piece of parchment before the flame from the candle licks it all up and transforms it to ashes. As the fire consumes the parchment, it burns blue. As it does so, the words themselves leap off the pages into the air, where they hang quite still, then slowly disappear. Then you see the ritual repeated with another page. On the final burning, you try to follow the script and realize that it is manifesting onto earth and is a transference of knowledge. Wander about this fascinating arcane library until you reach something that interests you. Be sure to make notes on any subject that attracts you, or words, phrases, or symbols that spring to mind while you are here in Hod. These instances are bound to be significant to your mental and spiritual development. Now that you've discovered your way in, you can return at any time. To return to Malkuth, think on the exit door with its Yetzirah written in Hebrew on it, which materializes in front of you. Exit through the exit door and return into the Temple of Hod. Look for the orange door with the Hebrew symbol of Shin, or the tooth, and the door appears. Grind your teeth and it opens, revealing the orange and yellow fractal tunnel. Remember to lower your arms or your sides to go faster, and then to raise them up in front of yourself to slow down. You hear Gabriel's trumpet blast, and the flashing fractals clot to an orange glow, which reveals a door with a caduce on it. Go through that door and return to the Temple of Malkuth. Rub your eyes to ground yourself. You are now home, safe in your sacred temple and circle. Exit your temple through the Yetzirah door into your sacred circle and leave that when you are ready. Join us for your next lesson in Mystic Ascension, Part 4, Experiencing Netzach. Please like, share, and subscribe with the links below. Merry Pot till the next time we meet.